What it do, E-World? Crisscrossing wires, and I just want to give you guys a heads up. As you can see, right now I have all the batteries out of my bike because I just put on my new seat, so I had to remove all my batteries, my lithium batteries, and my lipo packs. Uh, and since I had it out, what I wanted to do was, wait a minute, because I had this all ready to go. Shoot. Okay. Since I had this all ready to go, I wanted to show you guys that since I am, as you know, I'm getting ready to build my own battery. So that's my battery, my cells and stuff over there. So I'm going to put it out there early, just in case somebody is interested in a regular NB Power 72 volt battery. Now, yes, this is a NB Power 72 volt 38.4 amp hour battery. And I did get this from Amazon, and I did pay $1,700 for this battery. Now, as most of you know, I just built my e-bike, this new bike, about 3 months ago, 2 months ago. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, my bike, this current build is no more than 2 or 3 months old, and that's about the same age as this battery. However, I was looking on Amazon, and they no longer sell this exact model. But trust and believe me, this is an NB Power because I got it from Amazon. I was just looking for it and I don't see it anymore. They have the 72 volt 40 amp hour version, in which they had both versions when I bought my battery. The only difference in the two was that this battery was smaller as far as the dimensions. And after further investigation, I research everything. The reason why this one was smaller, not only is it smaller as far as amp hour, it's physically smaller because the cells in this battery are higher capacity than the 40 amp hour. So this battery actually has better cells in it. So after I looked them both up at NB Power, this one, even those cells even had a higher discharge rate. I can't remember exactly what they were, but this was the better of the two batteries. So that is why I got this one. And it was also smaller, which allowed me to fit my controller in my, in my battery compartment as well. The other battery almost takes up the entire battery compartment, so it is physically bigger than this battery. But as far as the amp hours are concerned, 38.4 amp hour and 40, 40 amp hour isn't that big a difference as far as that is concerned. But yeah, this is the only one they are selling currently. And like I said, both of them were the same price. It was the dimensions that was different. And even when you select the buying options, this is where they used to have both of them. When you select the buying options, now when I click on the buying options, it only has the one. I don't see the selection for the other one. But anyway, like I said, I paid $1,700 for that battery, and I'm pretty sure that this battery only has at the most, as far as cycles, how many cycles I've used. I mean, I'd say no more than 10 cycles. Because for one thing, I've never depleted this battery all the way down. You know, and yeah, I have thrown it on the charger when it was only halfway discharged because I was running tests and I wanted a fully charged battery. But like I said, with those low amount of cycles on it, I'm sure it has pretty much well over 90% of its battery life left. Not only that, as you can see, this is how I opened this battery. I did it as neatly as possible, knowing where the BMS was. And the reason why is because, as you all know, I bypassed the BMS in this battery. Now, if you want this battery, I can, put the discharge side back, or I can leave it bypass. Now, the way I normally bypass my batteries is I just run another power wire connector and everything, a whole new set of power wires directly to the battery terminals. The most positive terminal, the 72 volt terminal, and the ground terminal. But if I were to do that, I would have had to take in this outside wrapper off completely to get to those, because the 72 volt terminals on this battery are all the way at the bottom. So being as though they were all the way at the bottom and I didn't want to bust the pack open, I bypassed it up here. And like I said, it's just the discharge side. The charge side is still going through the BMS. But if you want it back to normal, I can put it back. But my opinion, I wouldn't put it back, because with this battery bypassed, I'm getting over 225, 250 amps out of that battery with it bypassed. Now, I mean, it's up to you. I can put it back and it'll be limited to that 150 amp BMS. But listen, however you want to do it, just understand that that will be at your own risk as far as however you operate. Now, batteries don't catch on fire because the discharge sides are bypassed. As far as charging them, that won't cause it to catch on fire. Like I said, the charge side is still connected. However, you can draw too much current off of this battery, and that will cause those cells to go in thermal runaway. If you set this up on a controller by itself, to, something that's pulling maybe 300 or 400 amps, that's not going to be good for it. Only reason I was able to do it because I was running this battery along with another 72 volt in parallel, and that made it so I was splitting the amount of current between the two batteries, so it wasn't all on this one battery. And not only that, at the same time, other times I would run it with LiPos in parallel. But there's nothing wrong with this battery. So, if you may be interested in it, like I said, it's no more than 10 cycles on this battery. I'm probably going to let it go for about $1,200. $1,200. That's $500 off. And like I said, this isn't just any Chinese battery. This is an NB Power, and it has Panasonic cells in it. Alright, so if you want it, go ahead and put your bid in for it now. I still need it for right now because I'm still using it. But as you know, I'm building a battery. So as soon as I'm finished building my battery, I won't need this anymore. So just putting it out there early. If somebody's interested, you want to lock it down, you can give me a deposit on it, and I'll hold it for you. Once you give me a deposit, it's a done deal. I'm going to hold it for you until I'm finished. And I'll be finished with it. I guess I give myself at least a month. I want to make sure I have enough time to build my battery. But it shouldn't be no more than a month. Alright, that's it. Later. Crooked Finger Productions, crisscrossing wires, we out. Peace.